front kick to the face,
Bro.
side kick to the face,
Sweet chin
head
music.
kick,
Sweet chin
spinning
music.
back kick to the dome. It was a lot of stuff to the face. A lot of this was getting fucked up.
Yeah.
I missed.
Crazy thing is,
John,
tell
you know
him
what else
about the
don't lie?
eyeball.
The eyeballs.
Tell him about the
These
eyeballs.
fucking eyeballs
Scott.
don't lie.
That's foolishness.
What's good, fight fans? Welcome back to another episode of Fistfights and Foolishness. You know who it is. I'm Derek. We got Scott. We got John. Where the hell's Tyler? Who knows? Unfortunately, the most handsome one can't be here today. You know, he's got other priorities. So,
But guys, I'm here.
that's right. There you go. Hey, John, the second best favorite co-host and the second best looking guy.
Hey,
But yo, UFC 315, fellas, just wrapped up. And man, it was a stacked card. It was a stacked card full of some great matchups that lived up to expectation, in my opinion. You know, some fights went how I expected them to go. Some took a left turn, threw me off. You know, we all put in our predictions. Scotty boy here got first.
what's new?
I got second. Tyler got third. And John, what happened? See,
I
the
missed.
crazy thing is,
I missed.
What does that mean?
I missed.
I missed.
you're normally the one on top of it, bro.
I missed.
You're normally the one schooling us all, bro.
No, that's not true.
That is true. Don't let him lie to you. He schools us. But yo, I think one of the main things that threw me off is Belal, and that really took a lift. And I know he talked about it leading up to the fight about wanting to stand up and want to. I didn't think he was actually gonna do it. Like, I thought he was trolling, bro, and he should have trolled because that was the dumbest. Like, that was a terrible game plan that he had, and of course he realized it, but not until the 4th or 5th round. It's like too late, bro. See, the funny thing is I realized, yo, it's a weak mind. You really let fans and people trick you out of your spot, man.
Yep.
You let them get in your head, and they talked this man into trying to stand and trade with JackDellaMaddalena. Come on, man. That was terrible.
I mean, hey, if you got told every single day how boring you are as a fighter, wouldn't you try to switch it up, be a little more entertaining?
But you know what though? To me, that's what separates the greats from
For sure.
good. You know what I mean? You got guys like George St. Pierre, man. He didn't fall for that. A lot of people was starting to call George St. Pierre a boring fighter. You know what I mean? Because he just wanted to wrestle. You know what I mean? And it wasn't even that. Honestly, he was just really good at wrestling. So if he's fighting a good striker, he's gonna take you down. He stuck to his game plan. He didn't let the fans and media get in his ear and throw him off his game. He stuck to his game plan. I always think back to the Thiago Alves fight. And he said, yo, Thiago Alves was a devastating striker at the time. One of the best strikers in the welterweight division at the time. And George St. Pierre said, look, I stuck to my game. I took him down, out-wrestled him, built up that lactic acid in his shoulders. And then the later rounds, he couldn't throw hands. His arms were stiff.
Yeah. At the same time, let's not make it only just about Belal, what he didn't do. Let's give Jack some credit.
No, for sure.
I mean, really, he deterred Belal from taking some of those shots, from going for a takedown, sending some feints up the middle, and you know what I mean. So, how many of those knees came very close? You know what I mean? If I had a couple knees come that close, I might think twice also about going for a takedown. You know what I mean?
That's for damn show. Yeah, no, absolutely. But I'm just like, stick to your strength, man. That's your strength. That's how you got to that position. That's how you won your champion. To just throw that out the window, man, I was disappointed.
So, John, you could say, like, you know, throwing some feints, some knees, circling out, stuffing those takedowns. I don't think that's what stopped Belal from doing the wrestling. I just think, again, getting back to Derek's point, the fans, like, just wanting to see him not to be such a boring fighter. You know, he took that to heart, and he really wanted to stand with Jack. And dumb move is he's lacking the fight IQ in this fight, big time. Majorly lacking that fight IQ.
Yep.
He did bring it on in the 4th and the 5th. I think he landed a takedown in both those rounds. A little bit too late. Like, at that point, he was messed up. He was tired. He was beat up, gassed, bloody mess.
Yeah.
You know, so again, I don't know if it was Jack neutralizing the wrestling so much as Belal just refusal to do it. Because when he did it, he landed 3 out of 9 takedowns, I believe, which is it's decent. But if he just would have upped the volume to maybe like 15, 20 takedown attempts,
right,
he would have easily won that fight. And I think me and Derek, I mean Johnny, we all could see that he just refused to do it.
Yeah,
and he paid the price, lost the belt. Gained some respect from the fans, I think, even though he lost. But again, you're losing the belt, you're losing that money, you know.
Fans will say, "Oh yeah, that was an exciting fight." You know what I mean? Oh, Belal gave us what we wanted. But will those same fans say, "Oh yeah, and by the way, let's give Belal another title shot"? You know what I mean?
Sir.
No, that's not gonna happen. You tricked yourself out of that spot. You should have stuck to your game plan. What the game plan should have been, which is shoot takedowns, blitz takedowns. Yep. You know what I mean? Wrestle. Jack he's a striker. You're a wrestler. You know what I mean? Take him down. You're the better wrestler. Now, granted, don't get me wrong. Jack's takedown defense looked amazing, but it makes you think. Like, you know, the 2 fights where he was taken down, and, you know, the fight with Gilbert Burns where he had a broken arm, and then the fight with Bessel Hoffus where he had to cut weight twice, basically. You know what I mean? Those were the 2 fights he was taken down in, and maybe that was the reason. Maybe his takedown defense or is better than we expected. But in those fights, you couldn't tell because, like I said, broken arm, 2 weight cuts. You know what I mean? That could take a toll on somebody.
Yeah, Jack Della did implement, you know, a plan to take Belal off his game, and it worked. And Belal, he still made it a close fight. He was fairly effective with his stand up.
No, absolutely. He actually shocked me. He did better than I expected him to do in the stand up. So.
Yeah, I mean, hey, on 2 judges' scorecards, they had it 2-2 going into the final round. So he must have been somewhat effective.
No, it came down to that 5th round, and like I said, at that point, Belal's face, he was just beat up, tired. His wrestling wasn't able to keep him down. He was able to get him down in that 5th round, but couldn't keep him down. And then Jack would get up and just piece him up, combinations, crisp boxing. But yeah, it was a damn good war, close fight, 2-2 going into the 5th. And then it came down to that 5th, and Jack pulled it out, barely.
Yeah.
We didn't know who was going to win that fight. I sure didn't.
I was impressed. I was impressed by JDM. I ain't gonna lie. That really that impressed me. I mean, just he showed amazing footwork, head movement. I mean, his striking looked top notch. You could tell he came prepared for that fight, man. He came prepared for that fight. He knew his game plan, and he stuck with it. Unlike Belal. And maybe that was the game plan. Maybe Belal was like, you know what, fuck it. I can't believe that his trainers would tell him like, yeah, just fuck it, strike with him. That's a dumb game plan.
Hey,
like,
didn't
no
they say
matter
he
what.
had hands like Canelo?
If they truly said that and they went along with him striking with JDM, you need to switch camps, bro, because that's terrible. That was a terrible game plan.
Advice.
You let him trick you out of your spot, man. Now there's no telling when he'll get another title shot. You know what I mean?
Nah, welterweight is so stacked.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Crazy.
I can't think of another time where it's been this freaking stacked.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of exciting fights, man. A lot of exciting fighters that's just chomping at the bit to get their shot.
Guys, looking forward though, I feel it's gonna be a really short title reign for Jackie Boy. I mean, come on now, he's fighting Islam.
Man,
Give him a chance in hell of beating Islam.
Yes.
Really?
Fuck yeah, I do. You guys are. Come on. Okay. I slept on JDM this last fight, and don't get me wrong. Like I said before, I did say that I felt that he would be a champ someday. I just didn't think it was this soon, because I thought Belal would reign a lot longer than he had. But obviously he doesn't have the fight IQ, and so. But nah, man, JDM, he impressed me in that fight, bro. He showed damn good takedown defense. His striking is good, and that's the thing, man. I'm telling you, Islam, his last few fights, man. Watch, he has a tendency to try to stand and trade, and I think that'll be a bad deal for him against JDM, man. JDM came, bro. Jack showed, like I said, head movement, footwork. His striking was crisp.
Yeah,
his striking was crisp, man. He came ready. If you don't think an opportunity to take out Islam, get revenge for Volk, you don't think he's gonna come prepared, super prepared, man? It's gonna be like him fighting for the title again, in my opinion. That's an opportunity.
You can only prepare so much for that wrestling, though. I mean, I know he's training with Craig Jones. His jiu-jitsu is improved. His ground defense is definitely improved for sure.
Yeah.
But Islam's wrestling is the best, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take him.
You're gonna take JDM?
I am. I'm gonna take Jack. I know me and John got $20 on it.
Oh, I would love to get in on that. I would love to get in on that, Derek. You're getting shy now, though.
Hey, well, we have to see what the odds are, man.
Oh, they're not going to be great. I'll tell you right now.
But no, I'm taking Jack in that fight, man.
Okay. I like
that's
that.
my early prediction. I'm gonna go with Jack. I mean, yeah, I believe that Jack can beat him. I mean, you know, he definitely has a shot. I don't think it's gonna be just an easy fight. I mean, we seen Volk gave Islam a hell of a fight, and in my opinion, that first fight, I felt like Volk won. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of people had Volk winning that fight, that first fight.
Yep.
Can I say something real quick?
Sure did.
Can we one of these days? Can we all rewatch that first fight? Because
Yeah.
I'm so far from no.
Really?
I feel like, dude, I think Islam won like every round.
It was very close, but I felt like Volk. I feel like he edged it out.
No.
I think a lot of people feel that way, John.
Let's rewatch it.
Yeah, let's do it. We definitely have to, for sure.
But anyway, so Islam, I don't know, man. I mean, we haven't seen him. We haven't seen him at 170. We
Yep.
get to see him. Might be a little bit, maybe a little stronger, less depleted. I mean, who knows?
True.
Interesting.
I mean, he's not too small for welterweight. I mean, he's gonna be like a normal size welterweight. You know what I mean? Which is funny. Like, I think he's gonna adjust perfectly to welterweight. But Ilia Topuria coming up to lightweight, he's gonna be a small lightweight. He's gonna be short for that division.
5'7",
so that'll be interesting to see how he adapts as opposed to Islam. I think Islam is gonna adapt a lot cleaner, a lot nicer.
All right, we'll see.
But I don't know, man. I don't think it's just a gimme. I don't think he's just gonna go in there and just like it's just done deal. JDM doesn't stand a chance. Like, nah, he definitely JDM could win that fight.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Shevchenko versus ManonFiorot. Now, this was a war, in my opinion. It was a good, close fight. Most people had Fiorot a small favorite. I think all of us agreed Shevchenko should have been the favorite in this fight. You know, just a better striker, better wrestler. We were all a bit surprised to see the betting odds in this fight. But the fight was actually pretty close, if I recall. It came down to the wire, you guys. Shevchenko had a little bit of an edge in the striking. I think she edged out those rounds that she won. I know later in the fight, like in the fourth round, she dropped her and was going for that finish, but the bell rang. So Saved by the Bell a little bit.
The bell rang.
I knew that was coming. How did I know that was coming?
What the bell rang?
The bell rang. What are you gonna do? I don't know. The bell rang.
But
Classic.
Fiorot, her biggest, the most work she did on Shevchenko, I think, those knees to the thigh in the clinch against the cage. Just like, come on, you need to do more than that to beat the champ.
Yeah.
If I recall, it was just knee after knee to the thigh. It's like you gotta do a little bit more to win the belt. But yeah, it was a good fight. Shevchenko took it, edged it out. What do you guys think about that one?
Yeah, no, I agree.
It was fairly close until the championship rounds.
Yep.
And then, Chevy did her thing. Yep.
Yeah, no, like I said in my prediction fight, I feel like Shevchenko had the advantage in the stand-up. She's the better striker, better all-around fighter, but it wasn't going to be easy because she's big. She's big and she's strong, and she showed that in that fight. She was bullying her up against the cage. You know what I mean? She was putting her weight on Shevchenko, and Shevchenko, like, again, the better striker. She had the advantage in the striking. I mean, she dropped her with, I think it was a check right hook, dropped her. We all know what Chevy does, man. She has the fight IQ. She knows what to do in there. She knows how to get it done, and it showed. But exciting fight. Manon, she'll be around.
Yeah,
she'll be around for a while.
I don't know, man.
No?
I don't know. Did you guys see leading up to this fight? ManonFiorot was like, when I beat Shevchenko, she has to retire. And then Shevchenko responded, said, "Well, hey, when I beat you, you have to retire. So you know what?
Shots fired.
You know what? Bye, bitch."
But Shevchenko did say in a post-fight press conference, she was like, "I don't want you to retire." She was like, "Don't do that." You know.
Yeah,
it was,
but
it was
hey,
all fun and games.
You want to talk that mess?
Yeah. No, for sure.
High stakes with John over here.
But I mean, Manon, she is the top of that division. I mean, I think I would damn near say, well, I think I think Silva gets a title shot next. Natalia Silva, she definitely she earned the fuck out of that. She definitely deserves a title. She took out the former champ. She definitely, but I think it's gonna be her and Manon at the top. Once Chevy's gone, I think it's gonna be her and Manny or her and Manon. Now that's gonna be an interesting fight. That's gonna be Shevchenko versus Silva.
Man,
oh man,
that
honestly,
scares me a lot.
I think early prediction. I think I'm gonna pick Silva. I think I'm gonna have to pick Natalia Silva in that. You seen her footwork? Her striking is next level. Her head movement, her footwork. I mean, the way she sets up her. I mean, just amazing. And her gas tank is like nonstop. Yeah. Now, would it be different in a 5-round fight? I guess we'll see. But if she looked good, she didn't even look tired after 3 rounds. So, yeah, man, she's gonna give Chevy fits, man. I'm gonna have. I think my early prediction. I'm damn near gonna have to take her.
I learned my lesson. I'm not betting against Silva again, man. I blew that one. Why did I pick Grasso? I don't know. Dumbass. I don't know. But
Natalia Silva put on a striking clinic, bro. Like I'm telling you, it's that Taekwondo versus boxing, man. I said it in my prediction video, man. That's a tough style for Grasso to deal with, man. That movement, I knew Grasso would have a hard time dealing with Natalia Silva's her movement. She just moves too much, and I knew that would frustrate Grasso. I knew that would frustrate her, and it did. It worked to perfection.
Grasso was clearly frustrated.
Bro,
the entire fight. I would be too.
Man. Yeah, I mean, dude, that what was it? Was it a spinning back kick to the face, bro? I mean, caught her
I just
flush.
remember front kick to the face, side kick to the face,
sweet chin
head
music,
kick, spinning back kick to the dome. It was a lot of stuff to the face. A lot of this was getting fucked up.
Yeah. Grasso, she ate a lot of shots, man. But you know what though? You got to give it to her, man. She's tough.
Grasso?
Hell yeah, bro. She stuck in there, man, and she took that. Yeah. She took that abuse, man. I was impressed. Yeah. But definitely you could tell there's levels to it. Silva is definitely the better striker, man, and I see her being future champ. I really do.
Sure.
I think she gets the next title shot, and I might have to pick her to win.
I know, Derek. It pains me to say it. I'm a big Shevchenko fan.
Oh yeah,
man. It's gonna be tough. That I can't really see her beating Natalia Silva at this point. That girl is just a beast.
Yeah. But no, I think Manon, she's gonna be there at the top. I think we're gonna see some good fights between her, Natalia Silva, Shevchenko. I think we're gonna see some exciting matchups between the 3 of them. And I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. I rewatched the Silva Grasso fight, and man, I think that's my biggest takeaway from the whole pay-per-view is Silva, how impressive she was, dude.
Yeah,
like, dude, just her ability to make it. She made that her fight. You know what I mean? She dictated the entire fight, start to finish.
Yeah,
she would reel Grasso in, and then just her counters, man. She's so slick with her little slipping the punches and using her angles and her ability to retreat and man, it was just so impressive. Every time Grasso would get so frustrated and blitz in, pang pang every time. Every single time, dude.
She would catch her coming in and be gone. She'd catch her with a boom boom and be out of there. You know what I mean? Just that move, that just perfect style, man. She's got that Taekwondo down perfect, bro. And it's a joy to watch. I love watching her, man. She's exciting. I'm a huge fan now for sure.
To to the untrained eye, not to say we're anything, but to the untrained eye, you might watch that fight and think, oh, Silva, she's just running. You know what I mean? Because she did kind of just always move around the outside. But, you know, if you actually watch MMA, you realize, no, this is her.
That's her style.
That's her style.
Absolutely.
And she executed perfectly.
Yep.
Hey, John,
you're absolutely
when I watch
right.
Natalia Silva, you know what I see?
Talent.
I see talent.
Oh,
These
there goes those
eyeballs,
eyes.
they see talent.
The old eyeball test never fails.
Never fails.
Never fails. Future champ. Sorry, Shevchenko.
Yeah.
Love you.
Yeah.
But Natalia Silva's coming for that belt.
Yeah.
And I could see the same thing happening if Silva fights Shevchenko, man. I think Chevy might be Chevy chasing her around the entire octagon, man.
Good one. That's a Chevy chase.
Man,
Just thought of it.
Yeah, man. No, that's gonna be exciting one to watch, man. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I definitely, like I said, I'll be taking Natalia Silva.
And that's if Silva fights Shevchenko next. Shevchenko might be fighting Zhang Weili, which I would rather see that
Good
fight.
point, John.
That'd be sick.
Good point. Weili's calling for it.
Yep.
She's calling for it, and she deserves it. I mean, at this point, who else? You know, she deserves it. I mean, she's pretty much cleaned out her division, in my opinion.
Shevchenko's open. She's open to it. She
Yeah.
said she wants the fans to kind of dictate, you know.
Yeah.
What do they want to see? That's what I want to see.
That's a
Champ versus champ. You know I'm all about it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
that's fun. That's cute. But let's give Natalia Silva her shot, you guys. That's what I want to see.
She has
That
her
girl,
whole career ahead of her.
I'm
Scott.
ready.
That's true.
I'm ready for her to get that belt. I mean, I don't want it, but I want to see that fight.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. But yeah, Weili, that'll be a fun fight, bro.
Either way, we're in good hands.
Well, who wins that? Shevchenko.
Man, I'm gonna lean Chevy, I guess.
I might have to lean Weili, man.
Close fight.
Really?
think
I think
so.
I think I would lean Shevchenko.
Shevchenko's kind of lost a little bit of that edge, in my opinion. You know.
Yeah, no, she's definitely slowed down for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Weili's she's a challenge, whether it's in the wrestling or on the feet in the striking. She's a handful for anybody, bro. But we have seen her beaten. We have seen Weili look human.
Let me just make one clear point here, though.
Rose
about
Namajunas.
Shevchenko. Prime Chevy, she's taking out Silva. Prime Chevy.
Oh yeah, no, for
Prime
sure.
Chevy. I'll give her that.
No, absolutely. Well, she took out Amanda twice.
You guys need to stop living in the past.
She took out Amanda Nunes twice.
That's complete blasphemy.
Okay.
Matter of fact, dude, I was looking at those stats the other day, by the way, dude.
And what did
The
they
numbers
say?
don't lie.
Come on.
The takedowns, the significant strikes, everything
John,
is.
Tell
you know what
about
else
the
don't
eyeball.
lie? The eyeballs.
Tell him about the
These
eyeballs.
fucking eyeballs
Scott.
don't lie.
They don't.
I swear to God.
His eyeballs do
These
not lie.
eyes.
When
my
does the
brother.
merch drop?
Oh, it's coming.
Man, let me buy a
These
t-shirt.
eyes.
These eyes.
See talent on the back. $15.
Oh man. Oh man.
Guys, next up we had Amon's the Hobby versus the legend JoseAldo.
Oh man.
That was a great fight.
It was, man. You know, I'm always gonna say I felt Aldo won. It sucks, man, because he, you know, same thing when he fought Mario Batista. I feel like he won that fight too. I feel like he won this last fight against the Hobby, but
Man.
you know, it sucks that he has to go out like that. You're talking about a legend, man. A legend back in the WEC days, man, when he freaking battered Uriah Faber's legs to win that championship. He actually put Uriah in the hospital. That boy had blood clots.
Damn.
You go back and look at pictures of Uriah, man, he put a beating on Uriah. A beating on them legs, man. So, I mean, he is a legend. A WEC and UFC MMA legend. It just sucks to see him go out like that. I felt he won that fight. You know, I felt like he had a better chance of finishing that fight than Zahabi. And don't get me wrong, I like Zahabi. Of course, brother of Faraz. They got a great training camp. I mean, he trains with George St. Pierre up there at TriStar Gym in Canada. So great camp. You know, and you can't take anything away from Zahabi. That dude's tough, man. You know, he took a straight soccer kick to the face and still like, oof. You know what I mean? Like at that, I felt like we were looking at prime Aldo in that moment.
That was beautiful.
But then
like
all of a
Pride
sudden,
days on that one,
His head fell off.
right? You would think with the kick like that, bro. But all of a sudden, boom, that was his last push, man, and it was almost like an adrenaline dump. I mean, it just he had nothing left in the tank.
Nothing.
And Zahabi finished the fight on top. And he looked good. Don't get me wrong. He was, but I felt like JoseAldo wasn't. He didn't look like he was gonna lose that fight. He didn't look like he was gonna be finished. He looked like he was just trying to like buy his time to finish out the round. But I didn't see him in danger of getting finished. He was taking some blows, some elbows, but I don't know. I think he was just exhausted.
I don't know. In my opinion, if that were a 5-round fight, dude, Aldo was completely
he's
gassed.
cooked.
He was cooked.
Well, then,
at that point.
if it was a 5-round fight, he fucking dead.
Yeah, no, for sure. Let's be honest. Aldo never make it back to a championship. Even if he decided to continue, he wouldn't make it back up to a title shot. No way in hell.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a matter of him or Dana, the booking, but I don't even understand his opponents. I mean, either I'd like to see him either just have retired before or fight, at least fight like some rising stars,
Right.
up and comers or legends.
Yeah.
But like, I don't really care for his opponent. I mean, it ended up being a nice little scrap. You know what I mean? It ended up being a little bit of a banger. But nah, and you see flashes of that legendary Aldo the greatness.
That's what I'm saying.
Those crisp, quick combos, you still see little, but just in spurts. You can't put it together in a full 3-round fight. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey guys, how cool was it seeing GSP cornering Zahabi though?
That was
cool.
interesting,
wasn't it?
That was, man.
GSP.
At first, I thought it was Lance Bass from NSYNC in the corner. Oh no, that's GSP.
They doing my boy George like that though.
Yeah, man.
He did it to himself.
He did.
I mean,
I
going
don't
into
know what
this
the
card,
hell
you
that
guys,
is, George.
Going into this card, this was a tough one for me. I mean, my heart was with Zahabi, just being a GSP fanboy. I was like, how do I pick against Zahabi?
Yeah.
But I went with Aldo. That was the one fight I picked wrong. I went 4-1. That's why I'm not eating piranha next week and fish sauce like these guys.
Over here.
We got some bets on the line, and I'm sure as hell glad I didn't lose that one.
Yeah.
But Aldo looked damn good in that first round, guys. He was doing his thing, vintage Aldo.
Yeah.
And Zahabi just showed us he's here to fight. He looked good in the second round. Third round, Aldo damn near finished him. Should have finished him.
Yep.
Hit him with that knee right up the middle. Followed up with that soccer kick.
He tried to Pat McAfee his ass.
Yeah, he did.
Dude, he
We'll
was
try to punt
smothering.
that shit
He
into
chased his ass. He chased Zahabi around the cage.
Yeah.
It seemed like forever. And Zahabi, he must have had a pixel of health left. Like, he was on the edge of defeat. I don't know how he pulled that out. But then Aldo just gassed. The energy, the tank was depleted.
Yeah.
He just fell over. He
was done.
He didn't even get hit. He just said, all right.
He said,
you win.
Yep.
I mean, literally, he went for it. He spent every ounce of energy trying to go for that kill. When he came up short, his body gave up.
Well, remember though, I mean, he missed weight. He came in 9 pounds overweight.
Big time.
You know what I mean? So no matter what, man, that weight cut definitely played a factor.
I mean, I think it was time. I think it was a good time to hang it up. I would have loved to see him go out on a win, but knowing him, he would have kept fighting if he had won that fight. He would have kept going, thinking he had a shot at a title. And he don't have a shot.
He was going for a title run. He was going for one more.
He was
title
fighting top guys, Marab and them. Until recently, his last few fights have been just kind of like mid-tier, no-name guys.
Well, when Marab did him like Marab does everybody. You know what I mean? Marab,
Yeah, but still, at this point in his career, I'd like to see him fight those top guys, or like I said, or rising stars. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah,
I
Zahabi
agree.
didn't really make much sense, but just at the end of that fight though, when they were both getting carried up on their shoulders, both guys, and they both thought they won the fight. And Aldo, when they rose Zahabi's hand, you just could see the life leave him. Like, again, I got screwed again in his mind.
Yeah.
I didn't think he lost. I didn't think he won the fight, to be honest.
Really?
I thought Zahabi pulled it out.
Wow.
I think he pulled it out in that last round, despite almost being finished. But you could just see Aldo's like, he's just like, I'm getting screwed again here. It's like, it's time to hang him up, man. It's not meant to be. Yeah. Sometimes you got to know when to give it, to fold them, when to give up.
Yeah.
And
No, for sure.
It's too bad, it wasn't a pre-planned retirement where you could have a nice little
I know, man.
retirement package,
He
little
deserved
video.
it. He deserved it.
I mean, shoot, Anthony freaking Smith.
That's
man.
what I'm saying,
He gets
bro.
a whole perfect little send away.
Yeah.
Again, Aldo, Legend. He deserves way more than what Anthony Smith got.
But you know what? I think majority of people had Aldo winning, so they didn't think that he was going to retire.
I honestly didn't.
But either way, it was a close fight. No, there was no screw jobs here.
It was.
I don't think
it was tight.
Well, no, I mean, I felt like Aldo won, but I definitely don't think it was a screw job. It was close. It was a close fight.
Close.
And you know, hey, it's good, man. You know, we got a guy in Zahabi on the rise. You know what I mean? He looked tough. He looked. He was tough,
quick.
man.
He's like 35. You better
get
quick.
Well, he's still at 37, I think. So
I don't know.
he's up there.
He's at 30, yeah.
No, for sure.
Ain't got too much time.
I know, but you know what? Just he's got more fights than Aldo. You know what I mean?
Aldo's
Left
got
in the
none.
tank, and so
At this point,
and so you know, it'll be good to cool to see where his career goes after this. But again, you know, coming out of TriStar Gym, that's a good camp. They got great. They know how to game plan. And so, you know, I'm excited to see what his future has.
Okay.
So,
well, big props to JoseAldo. Thank you for all the great times and memories. And he'll need to find something and take up his time. Pick up a couple of more Zahabis. You know, maybe go to Zahabi Lobby.
Oh,
go shop at Zahabi Lobby. Find something to do with your downtime.
Can't, man. I don't know how he comes up with this shit.
Me neither.
I don't know how he does it.
Me neither.
Off the dome.
The one-liners.
That's the only way I know how to do it is off the dome.
Oh my gosh, man. It's too good.
Zahabi Lobby.
Zahabi Lobby.
I like that one.
That's one of your better ones for sure.
I made it funny.
You did. You want to make a T-shirt out of that?
Nah.
I'd buy it.
I made it funny.
I'd buy it. Well, guys, that does it for this episode of Fist Fights and Foolishness. Once again, we solved world hunger. We appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out with us, shooting the shit. Make sure you guys hit that like button.
Leave a comment down below.
Subscribe, of course.
Until next time, fight fans, we out.
That's foolishness.